Greetings and good vibes, y'all. Welcome back to the Leon Block. It's your guy, John Tail, here with a little more information for you. If you read the title, the information concerning this particular webisode, his name was Darren Shaw. This is about this situation that happened in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. There is a GoFundMe organized by Destiny Caulfield his name was Darron Shaw, 17-year-old boy. I'm going to go ahead and talk to y'all about him and give y'all a little bit of information. Bring up the article in a second. Let me just pull up his picture so y'all can see this young boy. 17-year-old boy Darron Shaw was if y'all can see in the video, he was burglarizing a home, and it's still unclear to me whether or not he definitely had a gun or not. However, y'all know me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he had a gun or not. You're police. This is a young boy. You should be trained. First of all, aren't you supposed to say drop your weapon? Even if he shot at y'all, you're like, come on. So over the weekend, it was Sunday night, shortly after midnight. The 17-year-old boy, Darron Shaw, was fatally shot by LCPD, Lancaster City Police in Pennsylvania, after it was alleged that he aimed a gun at the officers during a house burglary. And the police reports indicate that city officers encountered Shaw, a Lancaster resident, shortly after midnight Sunday while responding to a reported home break-in on West New Street. Following the incident, Shaw was rushed to Penn Medicine Lancaster General Hospital. Unfortunately, he was declared dead at 12:55 a.m. Sunday, as confirmed by the Lancaster County Coroner's Office. The Coroner's Office mentioned that Shaw's cause and manner of death are currently under review, and an autopsy will be conducted. The incident is now under investigation by the Lancaster County District's Office, focusing specifically on the use of force by the police. The police reported that Shaw, quote unquote, came out of the house, confronted officers, and aimed a gun at them, end quote, which we don't know. We can't corroborate that yet until we get body cam footage from the police officers to corroborate that he shot at them or he pointed a gun at them. Either way, you should still be shouting, put the gun down. In the video that we watched, you cannot hear such a thing. You see him exit the home and you hear them immediately start shooting. So my question is, based off of that video, why were they not calling out demands for him to drop his weapon? First off, why did they get trigger happy? Second off, third of all, we know Lancaster City Police can be trigger happy. We've seen it with Ricardo Munoz. The incident is now under investigation, as we said, by the Lancaster County District Attorney Office, focusing specifically on the use of force. The police reported that he came out the house, confronted officers, and aimed a gun at them, supposedly, which led the officers to shooting Shaw. In the video, it appears that Shaw put his gun away. And I'll show the video again in a second, but you can see him kind of like what looks like tuck his gun in his pants or something. Again, no one deserves to be fatally killed or even met with gunfire without a request to drop the weapon, or even met with gunfire regardless. Shaw may have committed burglary, though did he deserve to die? I don't think so. Let me show y'all this video again. Even if they did supposedly yell for him to drop his weapon. There wasn't enough time between him before between the shots being fired and them yelling it. You can't hear anything but shots. So that is another thing I want, is I want the body cam footage released to show the police's side of the story if they have nothing to hide. Like I said, it is under review as far as the use of force for this young man, for this young boy. However, we need to do our due diligence and stay on this to make sure that that does indeed happen, that all the information gets released, and that this case is transparent as possible. This is a 17-year-old boy fatally killed at the hands of police in Lancaster City, Pennsylvania. And we still don't know full details. Apparently, from what I'm being told, the homeowners were not home, yet they did inform the police officers that Darron was still in the dwelling. So they may have had a ring that they were watching the cameras, called police and saw. Fine, but and this brings up another thing, because like you got states like Ohio with the open carry law. Like, what would the narrative be if the homeowners had shot and killed him? Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's a very good that's a very good scenario to bring up here, and the contradictions between the way that we hold police accountable, as we should be, and the way that we do or do not hold homeowners accountable. Because I don't think that anyone should have the right to kill someone simply for breaking into your home. Should you fight for your rights? Yes. But we've become a culture of shoot first, ask questions later, and then the person who died and their family pays the repercussions and legal fees and cost of funerals and all of that, when they're already dealing with trauma and pain. And then on top of it, we've got the media, the mainstream media, villainizing and criminalizing the people who were killed at the hands of police. So y'all already know my thoughts on this. This pisses me off. Lancaster City Police needs to be held accountable. We need to be doing our due diligence to look more into this case. If anybody has any more information about this, please come forward. Hit us up at the Leon Block at gmail.com. You can email us there, or you can contact me or Chaz at any of the information at the bottom of the screen. We really would like to know more information on this atrocity. Because I personally have seen many cases of, at this point, of some fucked up shit by Lancaster City Police committed against people of color, especially. And now that the community is becoming more whitewashed, it's becoming more gentrified, you're seeing a lot more self-righteous people feeling the need to step up and what do you call it? Not in my backyards, and trying to take matters into their own hands. And I'm not okay with that either. Whether you're a homeowner and you're trying to protect your property or not, people over property, and young kids do mischievous things. They do things that are not okay. I'm not condoning this young boy burglarizing. I'm not condoning this young boy having a gun. What I am not condoning, what I am not okay with, is this young man, is the Lancaster City Police carrying out a death sentence against this young boy. That is not okay. That is what I take issue with, and that is what we need to be addressing, listening to, checking the city, and making sure that we're getting the answers that we deserve. The family of Darron Shaw needs to get the answers that they deserve, whether or not he committed a crime or not. Committing a crime does not warrant a death sentence. Prison and jails are supposed to be for rehabilitation. However, we know that they're not. Does not mean that police are supposed to be the jury, judge, and executioner. Okay? So for anyone who wants to jump in the comments and be like, but he had a gun, he didn't know, he did not deserve that. Period. Full stop. And I will argue anyone down who has any kind of thing to say about that, because I know this is Lancaster County. You're gonna have a bunch of white people and racist people in the comment section of all these news stories that have been put out about this today. Within the past hour, there's been a bunch more news stories that I've seen come out about it. However, in the communities, it's largely not getting talked about. Yes, I can. Actually, the video is on my Facebook page. It's on we're right now we are streaming to the Leon Block Facebook page, the Leon Block YouTube, Twitter, and we are also streaming to my personal page, John Taylor Tolan. You are free to share the stream from there. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the video again, because I want y'all to take note of how it looks like to me that he does tuck his gun inside his pants. And again, you hear, as soon as he goes outside, you hear the police start shooting off right away. I personally do not hear them requesting to drop the weapon. However, even if they did, there's not enough time between what they would say is yelling to drop the weapon when he comes outside to shots being fired. So what time did you actually give him to drop his weapon if that was the case? Now let's watch this video quick. So I hear some yelling, but that yelling is in cooperation with the gunshots already being fired. So who is firing the initial shots? Who fired the shots, period? What I also want to know is, what were these police officers' names? I want to know their names, their badge numbers. Let's put these police on blast. Let's also put Lancaster City on blast, and making sure that this stream gets shared, this information gets shared, because this is important. Exactly, Alice. This is horrible, and something has to be done about this, period. I don't care what weapon was had. You are a police officer. You should be able to tackle and take down that boy. He is a boy, a 17-year-old boy, and youth can be misguided. So before you go criminalizing this young black boy, because y'all don't criminalize the young white boys, before you go criminalizing this young black boy, I need you to take a look at yourselves and see what you're actually trying to point out and who you're justifying, whose actions you're justifying. Because again, youth and minors and young adults make mistakes. They do things that are not okay. That does not warrant a death sentence against this young boy. So Lancaster City Police and Lancaster City government, y'all got some explaining to do. Y'all need to come out forward with the body cam footage of these police officers if y'all say that y'all called out for him to drop his weapons. But again, what I heard from this video was yelling and shooting at the same very time. Let's watch again. So my people, my viewers in Cali, my viewers across the world, my viewers across the nation, please share this stream. Make this stream go far and wide. Exactly. No command to drop the gun. I did not hear any clear because first of all, you're supposed to give a clear command to drop the gun and give them time to drop the gun. You should not be shooting. Period. I don't care if he had a gun. You should not be shooting. To my peeps in Cali, to my peeps in Minnesota, Ohio, Alabama, Mississippi, to my people across the seas in Africa, please share this stream and make this go far and wide. His name was Darron Shaw, 17-year-old boy in Lancaster City, Pennsylvania, fatally killed by police Why? Because he had a gun and he was burglarizing? That's not a legitimate excuse to me. No one deserves to die. Lock his ass up and put him in jail till he understands the crime he committed and let his ass out, because he is a young boy who still had a life to live, and y'all took that away from him. So I need y'all to do some explaining. Also, what I'm hearing is that the homeowners were not home when this young boy supposedly broke in. I still want to know their thoughts about this. If anyone can get the homeowners in contact with me, I'd like to hear about that. What I'm hearing in California, they just passed a law that if you break into somebody's house and nobody gets hurt, you're going to jail and getting the site released. So my opinion, we about rehabilitation, and our youth need education and rehabilitation if they commit crimes, not a death sentence. I don't know how much more I need to stress that. Yes, even if he pulled his gun out, they never gave him a chance. 2 steps out the door, and all you hear is shots ringing out. He deserves justice. His family deserves justice. And who are these officers? We want to know, and we demand it. That part. I got chills because I deal with mothers that are impacted family members that have lost their black sons. I speak to so many on a regular basis, and I know what they're thinking. I know how they feel. I know the frustrations, and I don't want to see another mother go through this. But we know that's going to happen. When Ricardo Munoz happened, I said it's going to happen again. What just happened? Ricardo Munoz had a knife in his hand. Darron Shaw was burglarizing and had a gun. So, did they deserve to die? No. So for anyone that has to counteract what I'm saying, I want you to take a look at yourself and ask why you're doing that, why you feel the way you do. And then ask us why we feel the way we do. Put yourself in the shoes of a mother who just lost her son at the hands of police, mind you. Again, yes, condolences goes out to Darron Shaw's family, friends, anyone who knew him. I can't imagine how his friends are feeling right now. Man, yeah, my thoughts and prayers go out to anyone that was involved in this too. And I hope and pray that the homeowners whose home was burglarized feel just as sad and remorseful and bad as well. I know I would. Don't get me twisted. If someone broke into my home, especially if I was not home or if I was home, I am going to figure out what to do about it. But for me, I don't call the police. I don't. I'm a find somebody to likely handle that shit. As opposed to, I'm gonna do everything I can personally as a black man to not call the police on another black person, especially a young black boy that has a life to live. You understand me? So please, y'all, please do y'all due diligence and share this stream, y'all. I am going to go ahead and put the GoFundMe in the live here too, so y'all can check it out, donate, and share the GoFundMe as well. Y'all know how I am. That is extremely important. We need to rally around this family, show them support, show them love, and make sure that we get our answers, that we get answers for the family. Because a lot of times family, impacted families, they're tired. They're in the middle of grieving. There's a lot of money-hungry people coming at them that they don't have the time or energy or refined perspective to go ahead and go through with getting the justice that they actually need or at the full answers that they need. It's up to the greater community. We have to come together, share this information, share information. So if anyone in Lancaster City has more information on this case, I'd also like to know what kind of young boy Darron Shaw was, because you see him smiling in this picture. I want to know about him. I want to know about what made him smile. I want to know the good things about him so we could talk about what a young boy he was and what kind of future he could have had if someone actually maybe steered him away from burgling, And again, this isn't about burgling. This isn't about the crime he committed. This is simply about him being murdered by Lancaster City Police no commands to drop his weapon. We still don't have the body cam footage. If you're being transparent and you want us to know about what happened, show the body cam footage and don't doctor it, by the way. Oh, that is good to hear. That is good to hear. Wow. See, we don't have the chance to know what someone could have been when we witness senseless acts like this. Again, what he did not warrant a death sentence. For all we know, we could have lost someone that could have invented something that would have changed the world. And it's always the young, respectful ones that bear the brunt of this, it seems. So my thoughts to you people are, how are you going to demand better community and solidarity from our people to rally around this family and get the answers that this family, and by extension all of us, deserve? We just witnessed our people come together to stand up for a black brother security guard who was just doing his job. We came together and stood with that young brother. So now we need to come together and stand with this young brother and the family that is currently grieving right now. Again, the GoFundMe is in the comments, whether you're watching via Revolution News Link, the Urban Conservative, the Leon Block's YouTube channel, Facebook, or my personal page, John Tail Tolan. Please go share this stream, y'all. It is important. There is a $100,000 goal for the GoFundMe for Darron Shaw. Destiny Caulfield is organizing this fundraiser. She says, "My name is Destiny. I'm fundraising money for my little cousin who was shot and killed by Lancaster City Police. He was sweet, kind, and loving, and anything helps." All right. So it looks like nobody as of yet has donated to this GoFundMe. It was just organized. It was just put together just a few moments ago. So for anyone out there that is watching, please, 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 please share this stream and share the GoFundMe. It is important that we continue to keep the energy from the Alabama brawl and do our due diligence and check everybody, check all points of oppression, for real. Yeah, I'm feeling the same chills, fam. I really appreciate the people who brought this story to my attention, and I would be doing my due diligence to share this with all of my comrades across the country, so everywhere else in America can know about Darron Shaw. What a young, respectful, and full of laughter and life this young man, this young boy was full of. People need to hear about this and know that police brutality is still alive and well in 2023. Just because you don't see it on mainstream media and news every day does not mean that it is not happening. Again, this has been suppressed and wiped under the rug. There are a few media outlets that have been posting articles about it. However, this is probably just a largely local thing that is not going to get out. Ricardo Munoz did have a moment where the country and world did hear about it, but it was also overshadowed by so many other events. Just like this could have the potential to get overshadowed by events. So again, I want all of you, please, please, please do your due diligence. Share this stream, share the GoFundMe, and make sure that you are understanding that we need answers. We need answers, y'all. We need to know. We need the body cam footage, period. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I will be back to provide more information. Shall I get any more? And on that note, I want to encourage anyone to reach out to me, come forward if you have any further information concerning Darron. If you are friends and family of his and you want to talk about the good things, about the kind person and respectful person that Darron was, we would love to hear about it, because that is the kind of stuff that we need to put to the forefront of media, so that when people look up this story, they're hearing about what a kind and respectful young boy this guy was, and that he always was smiling. This is something that needs to be told. We don't want to see no mugshot. We don't want to see the picture of a still shot of that video that I shared. I shared the video because you don't see him getting killed. You see something that can show that we are picking up that he did put the gun away and that you can literally hear shots being fired pretty much as soon as he walks out of the home. So there y'all go. Again, please do y'all due diligence and share this stream. I'm gonna share the video one last time before I go out of here, y'all. Peace and love.